Hi everyone, it's Miss Fillion again, and today I'm here to show you how to start putting some of the pages that you've been making for your portfolio into a collection. So I've asked you to hand in up to the end of parts of speech so that I can see how it's going. I can see if there's anything that I can advise you on to improve your visual design or organization, and I'm going to continue to do that throughout the year so that we're not handing in our entire portfolio at the end of the year without having any feedback throughout. So what we want to do is I've already signed into my Moodle and I've already clicked on the link and gone to my Mahara portfolio, and then as usual I'm going to go to the portfolio tab, except for the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Pages, and here's the thing. I know that I have quite a few pages here. You might, depending on where you're at in the term, you could have dozens of pages here, and depending on how you're laying out your portfolio, they are listed in alphabetical order, so that makes it a little bit easier to find them. Of course, you can search for them. That's why we label them very carefully. But here's the thing. I'm going to add these to a collection, and very technically you can add them, and because of the settings that I've put in our Moodle, you can take them out again. Some teachers, of course, would set it so once you add a page to a collection and hand that collection in, it's not changeable anymore. In our case, because this is a process, at this point you should be able to put your pages in and then take them out again and reconfigure your collection if need be. But just in case, because I'm, always about just in case. Just in case something were to go wrong. We don't want to lose those pages that we worked really hard on. So I always have a backup plan. My backup plan is to make sure that I have a copy still sitting in my Mahara of the pages I've made, just in case something bad was to happen. So I'm actually going to copy the pages, make a copy of the pages that I actually want, that I'm going to put in this collection. I only actually have a couple of pages that I'm ready to put in my collection right now because I'm only handing up to the end of parts of speech, which is part of my sentence writing review section. So I'm going to go ahead and hit copy. This was my title page for my entire collection, so I'm going to go ahead and copy that. And you're going to see that it's going to add, all it's going to do is keep the same name and add V2, as in version 2. And I'm going to leave that because then I know this is the copy, right? So if I ever have to use it, of course I would take that V2 off of it. But for me right now, this is just a backup plan. This is me just making sure that I have everything in case something were to go wrong. And I don't have to add anything to that. I'm just going to hit save. And it'll open that, and you can just, you'll see that it says V2, and it just shows you what it looks like. So I'm going to go back to Pages, and if I look in my list of pages, now I'm going to see that I have the original and a copy. So I'm going to copy the other page I'm going to add to my collection as well, which is the sentence writing review. And you could just go ahead, if you're done with all these pages, you could go ahead and make copies of them, but I'd make a copy of it when I'm ready to hand it in, and make just as a precaution. So this one again, so my sentence writing review, it says version 2. I don't need to add a page description, although I can. So these versions, the other thing to think about though is that it is a second version. So if you are making changes, then preferably you'll do it to the original and then make another copy of the page when you're done. So this is just because I already know I'm handing these 2 pages in and I'm quite happy with them. But if Miss Fillion gives me some feedback and says, can you, maybe it would be a good idea to do this or that, then I can come back, fix the originals, and make, delete these version 2s and make a new copy if I really have to. This is just, right now I'm handing it in. I don't want anything bad to happen to my pages. I want to make sure that I have a copy of them just in case. So of course it shows me the copy. This is my version 2, and I can go back to my pages page and I'll see it in the list, version 2, version 2. So some of you might find that cumbersome, but like I said, I'm always cautious. I want to make sure that I have a copy of everything that I make and turn in just in case something were to happen. So now I actually want to go ahead and make my collection. Now that I'm happy with my pages and that I kept a copy just in case, I'm going to go back up to the portfolio tab, but this time instead of going to pages, I'm actually going to go to collections. And as you can see, I haven't made a collection yet. This is the first collection that Bart Simpson is going to be handing in. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and make a new collection. You can already see that you can even make copies of your collections, just in case. Now, this collection name, I'm just going to name it the same thing that the name of the portfolio is. So I do know that I have a title page, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at that. And once I'm happy with this title, which I can always change, you can edit your title, I'm going to go ahead and hit edit my collection pages. So now this is, once I have a name for my collection, now it's going to give me the option to add pages to my collection. So these are all the pages. It will automatically go and find all those pages that I've made, and maybe there's dozens of them, and maybe there's just 2. It all depends on how you're organizing your portfolio. But it's going to find all the pages that I have available to me, including my version 2s, my copies, and then I have the opportunity to move those into my collection. So over here is where I will see which pages I've added, and of course I haven't added any at this time. So in order to add a page, of course, if you're adding all, you do have the opportunity to hit all. In this case I'm not. I only want to hand in my title page and my sentence writing review work so far. So I'm going to go ahead and click. Now you can do this one at a time, or you could click on 2 of these. So I can click on this one, and I can click on this one, right, and add both those pages at the same time, which of course is faster. Now the only thing, then at this point, the only thing I'll remind you of is all of these are always in alphabetical order. And when they get placed on this page, it's also in alphabetical order. Mahara doesn't know that this is your title page and this is your second page. You have to tell it. So of course it provides you with these fun arrows. You can either hit the down arrow to move this page down, or you can move the up arrow to move this page up. And you move your pages around until you're happy with their location. So that's going to be, you know, if you have dozens of pages, that might be a little bit more cumbersome. You might actually want to put 1 page at a time. But right now, because I only have 2, that was fairly straightforward. Now I have my title page first, and I have the sentence writing review page second. And that's all I want in this collection right now. So when I'm happy with it, and there are some instructions right here for you if you forget, but if you're happy, when you're happy with it, you can hit done as usual. You can fix things, change things, go back and edit it. So now we have a name. It's even going to tell me what pages are in that portfolio or in that collection, so that I know exactly what pages are there. Here's your editing. You can even delete the collection if you decide you actually don't want the collection. It does not delete your pages. It just deletes the collection. The pages just go back to where they were in your pages list. So you can go back to, if you click on this button, you go back and you manage your pages. Oh, wait a second, I forgot to add a page. Oh, wait a second, I should change the order of this, right? This allows you to edit the title and the description of your collection. So if you go to the editing pencil, then you can see that it says right there that you need to edit your title and your description. This is what you would use to edit your title and description. Fine. So that's how you make a collection. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to actually hand that in as an assignment into your Moodle. Until then, good luck, take care, and bye for now.